Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. Dave is not here right now, but don't worry, you're in good hands. I'm going to go over the numbers, go over the information. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or David. I know he's not here right now, but feel free to reach out to David too. All right, so going over the numbers, we've been talking about that. If you've seen kind of the uptick of properties hitting the market, again, we've been fairly consistent since about April. We've been fairly consistent, about 1,000 properties hitting the market. In May, we started getting that uptick going in there. June, pretty consistent. And then as you can kind of see the last 3 weeks, we've hit that 900 mark. Yes, again, what happens is people usually backdate their numbers. So new properties to the market will probably tick upwards over the next couple weeks. So you'll see those numbers probably hit closer to 1,000. Would be my guess. Now, if you go to the market as a whole, okay, we've been sitting again about 3,000 properties. Mind you, last couple of months we were at 2,000, so we've got up fairly good. Okay, we're a little over that 3,000 threshold. Pending properties, 4,000. So that's actually gone down a little bit. One of the ones that kind of upticked a little bit was the active detached properties under 700,000. I think we were at like close to 400. So that was a nice little bump over the last week or so. So if you look up the numbers, we still have a long ways to go. I brought this up multiple times that July 2019, we had about 7,000 properties on the market, and we're at 3,000. So we still have a ways to go, but yes, we've gone up a nice little uptick. Now I'm going to jump over just some quick numbers right here. And this is something fun we've been kind of doing more recently, is kind of giving you an idea of how the market's changed over the last year. And across the board, we've been looking at a 25% uptick. You look in the Delmar area, 17% uptick. I mean, this is, as you can kind of see, in the 2 million median home price in this community right there. Maybe not as big of a jump year to date. In the townhome condo, 1,400. In the La Mesa Mount Helix, now those are two different communities. When you think of La Mesa Mount Helix, the price does jump fairly drastic in the Mount Helix compared to La Mesa. Only a 12% jump. So something to that was kind of interesting. And then in the Carmel Valley area, more to that consistent 27, where we were seeing about, again, 24 across the board. Now this is the fun right here. Okay, so median home prices. All right, median home prices. If you're looking across the board, you've seen that's July. You see that little cap off right there, June, July. The median home prices across the board at that 750 mark. All right. If you've been watching us, long enough, right? If you've been watching us long enough, you'll know that we've been kind of talking about it fairly consistently, that we're seeing kind of a plateau to the market right now. And again, we'll see what happens with the Delta variant. But going back to that median home price right there, you see a little bit of that plateau in July and June. Okay. Median. Okay. This is the median for detached, even the detached market. So the first one was just across the board, and this median detached in between 850 and 900, but it's definitely plateauing a little bit. Okay. And we'll see what August, but my guesstimation is when we see that, we'll still see more of that plateau. And then we've seen our first dip. Now, if you look at the dip is basically list to sold price. All right. So it was above 104, and it's jumped a little bit under 104 now. Okay. So as a reference point right there, usually we're seeing it about 97, 98, somewhere on there across the board of list to sold price. Right. And that dip of list to sold, right, we were close, about 105 list to sold, and now we're getting a little bit under 104. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in August, where that number sits to list to sold. So if you're aware, watching the market, keeping an update on it, the market is slowing down a little bit. We're getting that plateau of that market. If you're looking to purchase and you're trying to take advantage of the rates while the rates are still good, I mean, reach out to myself or David, and we can, love to kind of walk you through. If you're looking to sell, you can still get really great value. We haven't really seen a drastic drop in pricing, as you can kind of see with those median home pricing. It's still fairly consistent of where it's sat before. Property are sitting a little longer. I mean, that could be factoring into the list of sold. But if you're looking to sell, I would say jump into it as soon as possible. Don't know what's going to happen. That moratorium on eviction has got extended in California to end of September. All right, so we'll see what happens after September. They say they're not going to push it off again, but they haven't pushed it off. They keep on pushing it off multiple times. So we'll see what actually happens. But they're currently, it was pushed off till the end of September for California. Okay, but again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or David. We would love to be a resource. Feel free to comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you have a great weekend, and something I say all the time: go Padres. Bye, everyone.